Oh my God!
It appears that we've scared him off for good, huh?
We have work to do. It must get done whilst Deputy Harris is unnerved. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
You are to dispatch a team to every location MI-10 has been. Upon arrival, you and your team are to clean up the evidence so that no trace is left. Sergeant, have your MPs go up to Cincinnati. A cease and desist is in order.
Doug! I didn't hear you come up. You scared me.
My bad. Didn't mean to scare you.
At least you're not giving me strange looks like everybody else has so far this morning.
Yeah.
Is everything all right? You seem a bit off. Doug?
It's Monica. She's dead.
What?
They found her body yesterday morning in Bruce's corn maze. They believe she met the same fate as Andy and Eric. My dad got the call from Sheriff Morris. He told me last night after we got back from Columbus. He figured I should tell you before it goes out in the paper. Sam? Sam, wait up. Sam, will you let me in, please? You don't have to go through this alone. Sam? Sam! Screw it.
Why? Why didn't I go with her like she wanted? I should have been there with her. I should have been there with her.
I know. I know. It's okay.
Mitzi, hush!
Are you Ernest Rosenstern?
I am. May I ask who wants to know?
I work for Plant Albatross. There was a minor chemical leak at the plant a few days ago. My team and I are here to check out and clean up any potential chemical residue. Is that all right with you, sir?
Sure. Do whatever you need to do.
Ernie! Who was that at the door?
Just some people from the power plant. There seems to have been a leak of some sort up there.
Oh, my. It's been here. All right, team. It's time to vacuum up the substance.
Claire, do you copy? Over.
I copy.
Tell Trevor to meet us at the treehouse in 5. Over.
Why can't you tell him? Over.
Because he's not speaking to me right now, but I have something urgent to discuss. Over.
Fine. I'll tell him. Over.
Thanks, you're the best.
I know.
Over and out.
Over and out.
I hope the leak wasn't that bad.
Don't worry, ma'am. We aren't ordering you to evacuate. As soon as we finish cleaning up, you'll be good to go.
My husband and I were right on the money with this one. We knew that thing wasn't a bear. It's plain as day now.
What are you talking about?
There was a strange-looking animal that came up to our back porch a few nights ago. It must have spawned from that leak.
I don't know what kind of animal you're referring to, but I can assure you that an ordinary chemical leak didn't do that.
They didn't bug the truck, at least. Wait a minute. No, damn it! Hello?
Are you drunk?
What? No.
Oh yeah, that's right, silly me. I forgot you called in sick yesterday. Did you go to the doctor? What did he say?
He said I had, the flu.
Oh, the flu. Right.
Just get to it and tell me why you called.
No need to get testy. But if you must know, a woman named Sherry Nichols called and asked to speak with you. You know, I'm getting a little tired of taking all these messages for you. It's like these people think I'm your secretary or something.
Rita!
Anyway, I told her you were out of the office and that you would return her call when you got back.
Thanks for letting me know. I'll call her back when I can. Bye-bye now.
Yes, but Jack, she asked me when you would...
Hello, my old friend. What now? Hello? Rita, is that you? Who is this? I swear, if this is a prank, I'm gonna find you and get...
Never gonna stop.
Who are you, and what do you want?
Something wicked this way comes.
Listen here, you son of a bitch!
Something wicked this way comes. Something wicked this way comes. Something wicked.
My God, I think I may be seriously losing my mind.
This better be important. I was in the middle of an intense game of Zelda.
I already told you like 100 times that I don't know why Josh called a meeting.
Sure you don't.
Excuse me, but what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Except Josh probably lured me into a trap and used you to do it.
Seriously? You've known Josh since kindergarten. You know he doesn't call emergency meetings unless something's up. And even if he didn't, why would you think he would use me against you like that?
I don't know. Because maybe... Just forget it. Let's just go to the treehouse and see what he wants.
Trev.
I said forget it, Claire.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. It's just...
That's okay. You don't have to explain yourself.
But I...
Look, we've made it to Josh's house, so let's not bring any attention to the fact that this conversation even took place.
It's about time, you guys.
What's so urgent we had to come here?
Just get inside and keep your voice down. Jeez.
I knew it! I knew Josh set us up to see the spy.
Just give it a break already, will ya? Evie has to tell you guys something very important. Go on, Evie. Tell them what you told me about your dad.
Well? Ow!
Let her speak. Come on, Evie. You got this. We're all ears.
The reason you've been seeing that FBI guy at my house is because my mom and I are basically in the witness protection program. My dad, his job was dangerous, and he did work for the government. He died when I was small, and we've been in the FBI's care ever since. I've always been told that someone was out to get him, and eventually my mom and me. Now, do you see why I couldn't just blurt it out to you? I can't express how sorry I am for all the mess I've caused, but you have to promise me you won't tell anyone.
Deal.
You got it.
We'll shake on it. We have a rule in our party. Once a hand is shaken, the pact cannot be broken.
We forgive you.
Yeah, we're tight-knit, and you can come to us about anything, okay?
Thank you. Oh, how's Spunky, by the way? The agent hasn't been to my house since the incident, and I'm definitely not asking my mom to call him about it.
I called his grandma, and she confirmed. He's safe and sound in the hospital. Looks like the agent did have good intentions after all.
Oh, that is such a relief.
Yeah, it is. But wait a minute. Why is Spunky in the hospital? I thought he just broke his arm.
He did, but she said that he also hit his head when he fell, so they're keeping him overnight for observations.
Ah.
So, it looks like your personal bodyguard actually saved the day, huh?
Something like that.
Evie, is something wrong?
The agent, he's never followed me like that before.
He hasn't?
He only ever drops in to check on us. At our house or at a public place like the diner. Only if he knows we will be there. He didn't know I would be at Josh's house.
Is it because he's seen you hanging out with us? Maybe he sees us as a threat. Or a distraction.
Evie, it's okay. We're here. We're here for you.
If the agent tracked me down to watch over me, it can only mean one thing. The bad guys who are after my dad now know where we are. And they're coming for us.
I hope I'm not bothering you.
Not at all. I could use a break from all this paperwork.
Could I ask you something a bit personal?
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting you to say that. But sure, why not?
It's nothing bad or anything, but I saw you and that police officer riding through town yesterday. The one who was here the other day. You know, the one with the scar, and I was just...
Shit.
Oh, no, Julia, I'm not going to rat you out. I just wanted to know who he was and how you two know each other.
Well, that was Jack. Jack Harris, to be exact. He and I were married once upon a time. We had some business to attend to in Cincinnati, settling some legal scores from when we were married. Nothing special.
What happened to extinguish the flames, as they say?
What didn't happen is more like it. We were high school sweethearts, and he was the love of my life. We were inseparable, and were what some call the perfect couple. We had a life planned, and then Vietnam happened. So we got married. I didn't want him to go, but he did anyway. And well, when he came back, he was different. And so was I. I'd never felt so distant from him before. We tried to make it work. We really did. But I suppose it just wasn't meant to be. But Jack's a good guy. Don't misunderstand me. He's nothing like you think he would be. Underneath that tough guy exterior is a nature lover, a book nerd, and a self-taught dog trainer.
Sounds like quite a guy.
He is. He sure is.
Yes, Miranda. Put him through. Mayor Gary Carmichael speaking. Oh, Tony. I haven't heard from you in a while. How you been, buddy? Oh, I see. You've been watching the news and know about the murders. Negative light? Regardless of how it looks. No, I don't think the Slangs will put my campaign in a negative light, Tony. I appreciate the concern, but I'm Gary Carmichael and I never lose. What reports from the press? Interesting. I haven't heard anything about Plant Albatross being involved or being tied to anything, but I'll keep my ears open. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. What? Oh, hey. No, I haven't read it yet. I've been busy. You don't say. I'll make my way over there at once.
Okay, Peter McGowan. Let's find out who you really are. McGowan Industries, an Atlanta-based company set to open nuclear power facility in Oak Ridge. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Oak Ridge Mayor Gary Carmichael hopes nuclear plant brings more jobs, more wealth to the small community. Nope, that's not it either. Let's see here.
You'd have better luck if you read through the beats.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hog up the machine.
No, you're good. I'm Valerie James, by the way. I believe we spoke the other day when you stopped by the school to speak with the students.
Jack Harris, pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure is all mine.
So, do you need to use the microfiche machine?
Oh, goodness me. My apologies. I was just returning some books, and I noticed you sitting over here, and figured you could use some help.
Oh, okay. I'm just doing some research on the case.
Here, I'll take a seat and help you research.
No, you don't. This is police business.
My dad was a cop, and he used to tell me the same thing. I didn't listen then, and I'm sorry, but I'm not listening now. Scooch.
Your old man was a cop, huh?
Sure was. So, what are you trying to research?
I'm looking into Peter McGowan's past and his background, but all the newspaper articles I found are about Plant Albatross. What were those beats you were talking about?
It's a fancy term for investigative journalism. And why are you researching Peter McGowan?
Because his cronies drugged me last night and took some files that belonged to me. They know I'm onto them and whatever the hell they're doing at that plant.
But it won't matter unless you have proof that something nefarious is going on there.
Precisely. And I've got to start somewhere. Might as well begin with the top man himself. So, where might I find the investigative journalist articles?
Not in the Oak Ridge Daily Beagle, I can tell you that. All the big city papers should have pieces on him, though. For instance, the Cincinnati Dispatch would have done some digging on him. Here's one. Peter McGowan, From Rags to Riches, How He Did It. McGowan grew up dirt poor in the suburbs of Atlanta, but overcame that through perseverance, education, and not letting anyone outsmart him. It's a strategy the industrial tycoon says has led to his vast takeover of Atlanta, and soon, he says with a gleam in his eye, the entire country. That's comforting.
That's a start, but it's not dirty enough. I've got to know if he has any demons in his past. Here's something. Owner of multi-million-dollar corporation spent time in institution by Reginald Conover. Peter McGowan was institutionalized in the Central State Mental Hospital in 1972 after he stripped down naked and streaked through a supermarket parking lot. He was diagnosed with depression and mania. Shit.
That's horrifying.
No, don't you see? McGowan was in Central State at the same time as Lionel Grady. McGowan has been lying to us this whole time.
I'm all right, Ma. I promise. I just had an episode is all. No, I don't want to change careers and become an actor like my father was. Yes, ma'am, I'm eating all my carrots and peas. I miss you all too. Maybe you can come visit me sometime. Oakbridge is great. You'll love it. Or I could come home for Thanksgiving, and you could come here for Christmas. You're right. Those New Hampshire winters can be rough. How about you and Dad think about it and let me know? I love you too, Ma. Goodbye.
I hope I'm not disturbing your rest, officer. I heard through the grapevine that you were laid up, and I thought I would do my civic duty and come visit you for a bit. That is, if you don't mind, of course.
Not at all. I could use the company.
Brilliant!
You're welcome to pull up a chair if you'd like.
Don't mind if I do.
So, do you have any questions for me?
No, none in particular. Forgive me. I'm the mayor, and I ought to be more cordial. How are you doing?
As good as one can be in these situations, I guess.
And what happened to you exactly? If you don't mind me asking, that is. I don't see blood or bullet holes, so I assume you weren't injured in the line of duty?
It's kind of stupid, actually. When we were at the crime scene of the third victim, I kind of freaked out. I couldn't handle seeing another person like that, and I just panicked.
That is a shame. If you were my officer, I wouldn't have put you in that scenario to begin with. Especially you being so green and all.
I beg your pardon?
But that's Lamar for you, always thinking the best way to get the job done rather than the feelings of others.
I'm sorry. What makes you think that?
Isn't it obvious? You're stuck here in this hospital room that reeks of ammonia because your boss knowingly put you in a situation that you were not ready for. Meanwhile, his deputy is out solving the case while you sit here and wait for your release. It's no wonder they haven't called or visited you. They're too busy.
You don't know that. And I'm afraid you don't know the sheriff or Deputy Harris very well. They wouldn't do that to me.
Oh, but wouldn't they? I've lived in this town all my life. I was born and raised here, and you've been here, 6 months? I grew up with Jack Harris, and I was an intern under Sheriff Morse, and let me tell you, I've seen things that would make you recant that statement. Tell me, has the deputy ever told you about his wife and son? About what happened? What really happened? Yeah, didn't think so. Those men are not who you think they are, and they will lead you down a path of destruction and lies, and it will ruin your life and your reputation. So if I were you, I'd think twice about working at the Clarence County Sheriff's Department. It'll save you in the long run.
Thank you for stopping by, Mayor. But I'm feeling tired, and I'm ready for my afternoon nap.
Mark my words, Officer Lopez. And when you're feeling better, I'm counting on your vote in November.
We'll see.
Sam! Samantha!
Doug? What are you doing here?
I've got a plan.
A plan for what?
Just hold on. I'm coming up. I've got a plan to catch the killer.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Maybe, but what choice do we have?
Doug.
I know we shouldn't take matters into our own hands. But Andy, Eric, and now Monica are all dead. It could be us next. And soon, the entire town.
So what should we do about it then?
We have to pinpoint when and where the killer might strike next.
How do we do that?
Simple. We highlight on a map the location of each murder and see if there's a pattern.
Okay. But how can we be sure there will be a pattern?
This creep is a serial killer, and there's always a method to their madness.
I guess?
Look, Sam. I watch crime shows on TV all the time. I know this stuff. Just trust me, okay? That's all I'm asking for.
Okay, I trust you. So, where are we meeting up for this stakeout?
I was thinking Haggerty's, after school.
Haggerty's. After school it is then.
That's my girl. You won't regret this.
I hope not.
Thanks, Steve. Here you are, one hottie toddy.
Thank you. Look at you, shooting some whiskey straight. Are you gonna be okay to drive?
I'll be fine. You ask anybody in this bar, and they'll tell you I've built up quite the tolerance. Thanks for helping me out at the library today. I don't know if I could have found any of that stuff out if you hadn't been there.
Oh, I don't know about that. The librarian was right there, you know.
Yeah, reading this month's edition of Playgirl magazine.
So, Julia told me about you too.
Well, this is awkward.
It shouldn't be. You were in love and married to each other, but it didn't work out. Happens all the time.
I see. She told you everything then?
She told me enough, as much as I needed to hear anyway. But she also told me about how incredibly talented you are, and not just as a cop. And that you're a good man.
That would be Julia. If only that were all true.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. If I'm such a good man, why has only bad stuff ever happened in my life? I'm a disappointment to my folks. My best friend was killed in Vietnam, and I find love, but I can't keep it. And the one factor in all of it, me.
I'm sure that's not all true.
It is. It is. They either leave me, or they die. I'm some good man, huh?
Hey, can I get another round for this gentleman right here?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Just showing a wonderful man my gratitude for taking me out for drinks. Is that a crime, officer?
No, I reckon not. But you got one thing wrong.
Oh? What's that?
I'm not an officer. I'm a deputy.
Soldiers, please take our guest to the VIP section. What was that? I couldn't quite understand you.
What are you gonna do? Have them toss me in the pond and watch as I drown to death?
Nope. That would be too easy. I'm going to allow our project to have some fun with its former master.
What are you talking about?
You'll see. Throw him into the pond.
But, sir, how certain are you that the beast is even within the vicinity?
You know, it's a real shame that you're the best the HR department could find. Good God. It's as if you know nothing of our work. This pond is MI-10's natural habitat. Like any predator, once it senses an intruder, it'll strike. And I'm gonna watch every single minute of it.
This episode was written by Ashley Deane, directed by James Devereaux Lewis, produced by Mark Helton, Ashley Deane, and James Devereaux Lewis. Audio editing and effects by Joe Bly with Kiana Music. Original music by Louis Palfrey. Original artwork by Jam the Artist. This episode featured the voice talents of Connor Howard as Jack, Monica Wolfkill as Julia, Angel Kabarlock as Jimmy, Sarah Velarde as Josh, Caitlin Cole as Claire, Jay Rome as Trevor, Anouk Savard as Evie, Rachel Anderson as Sam, Ari Cafferata Jenkins as Doug, Remy Savard as Peter, Brian Murphy as Mayor Carmichael, Gina Moravec as Rita, Carrie Hampton as Valerie, Joseph Bly as Ernie, Katie Marie Bly as Mildred, Michelle Calhoun as the scientist, Havish Ravapati as the whistleblower, Jeff Moore as the unknown man, and I'm Jenny Helton, your announcer. This series was created by Ashley Deane and is proudly produced by 97 to Now Productions. For more information about the show, please visit our website. Tune in next time as Oak Bridge continues.